Fusion here, back in another video. First of all, thank you so much for all of the subscribers. We are at 138 as of Thursday. This is probably going to be posted on Friday, so hopefully that'll be at 140. But thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. But I have been playing the new Pokemon game, and I've just really been into like this Pokemon mode, hella. So yeah, so these next few videos are just gonna be some tier lists, honestly, just about Pokemon here. I rank my favorite starters Wednesday, so that's already uploaded, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the link down below. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and rank all of like the Pokemon types. But this is definitely a nerdy, quote unquote, type of video. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. This is all about preference, man. I don't really care about like the typing as far as like competitive that much. As far as just how they look, like the moves that they get, and like the type of Pokemon that they have. Also, my next video will be talking about my favorites of those types. So definitely look out for that. But let's go ahead and get started. And I'm gonna go start with Bug. I think Bug is D tier as hell. I think that like the Bug's like design of like the Bug Pokemon, they're not that cool. Now there are a few of them that I do like. Scyther, Volcarona, Scizor, that whole line, like Scyther, Scizor, and of course like Mega Scizor as well. But other than that, I don't really care for the Bug type. I think it's weak. I do think that their moves are lame as hell. I think that there's not enough cool Bug types like for me to care. And just to add on already, just to go to like the D tier, normal types and rock types. I think these are D tier Pokemon types. I think they're boring. I think they're stale. There's not enough cool normal Pokemon in my opinion. Not enough cool rock types. My favorite normal Pokemon would probably be Vigoroth. He's just cool looking. I don't care for slacking that much because he's cool, but his ability makes him dog shit. So yeah, rock types, boring, hella weaknesses. I don't really care for any other rock types. I guess my favorite would be Gigalith because he's just cool as hell. But other than that, I just don't care. Water types. I think water is a solid B tier. Gyarados is my favorite water type. I think that there's hella water types and there's so much like variety. But Gyarados is definitely my favorite. I wish I wish he was Water Dragon. I think that that would just be a cool combo. Same thing with Dragonite. Same thing with like Milotic. I enjoy that look of a water type and how cool that they can be. They also have cool water starters as well. Swampert, a Greninja, Blastoise, a Feraligatr as well. Just cool water types all around. Dark types, that's an A tier as far as like design and like the different types of like moves and like Pokemon. Absol, one of my favorite dark types, and like my Pokemon because bro, he just looks cool. He's like a big ass dog thing that can shoot like blade stuff from his horn. That's cool. Every single chance I get, I like to use that Pokemon with Super Luck, Swords Dance, Night Slash, Psycho Cut, and some other move. I just think that critting just looks cool, and it's just, where you're cutting them up. Like, that shit just looks dope, you know? But I think he's cool. Weavile, Incineroar, Bisharp. There's a couple more dark types, but definitely one of my favorite types. Dragon is S tier. There's not really much more that I really gotta say about that. There's so many cool dragons. Salamence, Haxorus. Salamence was actually the first Pokemon game that I actually like put forth effort in and sort of knew what I was doing was Emerald. And my like quote unquote 3 core Pokemon was Blaziken, Salamence, and Metagross. Those 3 were the first Pokemon that I got like to level 100 and like actually cared and put forth effort into their like builds and all that type of stuff. There's so many cool dragon types, man. Again, Salamence, Haxorus, Hydreigon. I really don't use him that much because he has so much, like it takes like forever for you like to get him to that level. But a 3-headed flying dark dragon, that shit's dope, bro. Like, there's not much more like to say. I hate this shit is C tier. I think that Pikachu is overrated. I don't really like any of the electric types. I don't care for like their move pool as well. It's a good typing because it only has one weakness, but it's just boring. I just think that there's not a lot of cool electric types. There's that one guy, he's like a furry bait, obviously. I can't think of his name, but he has a Plasma Fist. That looks cool. But other than that, I don't really care for that type at all. Fairy, it was made to really balance out like dragon types and dark types. I thought it was a cool addition. I think that there are a lot of interesting fairy type Pokemon, like the totems. They're pretty cool looking. Xerneas, I think that's fairy. I can't remember. But, I think it's a solid type. It has cool moves. I enjoy like the move Play Rough, where they can, I can't remember which game it is, but it just shows like them doing like a cartoony dust cloud. That's always funny, like, to me. So definitely a cool typing. Not one of my favorites, but still a solid typing. Way better than Bug. Bug is the worst, bro. I might put that at F. I hate Bug. Yeah, I might put normal down there too. Rock is okay. Fighting, that's my favorite type. My favorite Pokemon always switches, but I think it's either Blaziken, Infernape, or Lucario. It just like depends on like the day. But Lucario, he's like an aura guy, bro. He's just cool. Aura Sphere, Focus Blast, Sky Uppercut, Vacuum Wave, Low Kick, Low Sweep. It's just hands. It's just hands. And that shit just looks cool. Not really much else to say, honestly. It's just cool looking. Fire, of course. That's got to be up there. That's got to be like behind Dragon. But just like I said, Blaziken, Infernape. I like Charizard, Arcanine, Typhlosion, even Cinderace. Just cool looking fire type Pokemon as well as cool moves. Overheat, that shit is fire, bro. Like, no pun intended. That's fire. Blaze Kick, Flare Blitz, and just old school Flamethrower, or even Fire Blast, where you use like the kanji, I think it's what it's called, of like the word fire. That's cool, bro. Like, fire is one of my favorite types. Sometimes that switches with dragon, but fighting and fire is just a cool ass combination still. Like, still to me, man. Flying is boring as hell. It's just all birds and some flying other stuff, but it's mostly birds, boring. Ghost up there with Dark. Gengar is my favorite ghost Pokemon. Every single time I have a chance to play Pokemon, I always try to get a Gengar. They're cool, actually. That goes up all because of Crobat. I enjoy using Crobat. Hella fast, early game. You get him early, and he's still great all throughout the game, and he's just fun to use. Cross Poison, another critting move with the Dark. Yeah, all of that. He's just one of my favorites, so that sort of bumps that up for me. But back to ghost types, I enjoy a lot of like the ghost types as far as like their lore. All of their moves look cool, like Shadow Ball, Shadow Claw, Shadow Punch. They'll just look cool, man. But definitely my favorite right now is Gengar. So yeah, that's up there. Grass. I personally wouldn't care for grass if it wasn't for Sceptile and Venusaur. Those two are preferably like the only grass types I truly care about. The rest I feel like are lazy and boring, except for Torterra. He's cool, I guess. But like the rest of them grass types, I don't give a damn at all. Ground. It has gotten better. It was basically just rock, but cooler. So, but it has gotten better with Escadrille, Landorus for my cringy fans there. That's a B tier. I mean, if it really wasn't for Excadrill, Zygarde, then I really wouldn't care for it. Garchomp. But there are just so many other cool Pokemon that have that ground type that pushes it over that I just am very, very biased towards it, for sure. Ice type is a garbage typing as far as its weaknesses. It did get a buff with the Snowscape or like whatever it's called, but it's still trash. I don't really care for any of the ice types except for Weavile, all because of that dark type, really, and because he's just cool as hell. But other than that, ice is a bit over rock. Rock is just barely beating these two. Poison is cool. I like Poison because of, again, Crobat. I like, what is that guy's name? I just lost it. The big scorpion, Drapion. I just like how he's just a big ass scorpion. That's just cool to me for some reason. And I actually like Garbodor. It's just a big ass trash. I think that's funny and not creative, but also creative, if that makes sense. It's just interesting that they like decided to just make trash just a like Pokemon. So that's just cool to me, I guess. Psychic. My first shiny Pokemon was an Abra, and that shiny is so trash. But I still do like the Psychic type. One of my favorite legendaries, Mewtwo, of course, is Psychic, and it's just cool that they can use like the Force and stuff. That's just cool to me. Steel is just rock type upgraded. That's gonna be right there, because of really like Lucario, Metagross, Scizor. That's really all I really care about as far as that type. So yeah, but that's pretty much everything, man. Again, thank you guys for subscribing. Fighting type, is definitely my favorite type. My least favorite type is Bug. I think Bug is literally the most boring and worst type. But tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.